To protect and serve, that is the pledge of all police officers. But what happens when a trusted police captain has a history of committing crime? Masika Kana headed to Mpumalanga to investigate.
She was very bubbly. She always got everybody to like her immediately, so she had a lot of friends.
Winnie Bezuidenhout always had a strong connection with her younger sister Marika, so nothing could have prepared her and the rest of the family for the tragedy that unfolded earlier this year.
On Sunday, the 27th of January, Marika Bezuidenhout Kleinhans was returning from a resort just outside Middelburg with her boyfriend,
Avi Geldenhuys. They were traveling on the N11 at night. He allegedly told Marika's parents that she jumped from the car after an argument. Marika's family and friends refused to believe that Marika, who had a young daughter, would take her own life. Within weeks of her death, a Facebook page was launched, Justice for Marika.
So, who is Avi Geldenhuys? Well, until recently, he was a captain in the South African Police Service stationed over the years in several police stations in Mpumalanga, and by most accounts, a popular man.
But in 2007, Geldenhuys came under the radar of Dalian Nadir, the Middelburg Observer senior journalist, when she reported that a 20-year-old woman had laid a charge of rape against Geldenhuys at the Middelburg police station. The case did not proceed as the complainant went abroad. The next time Nadir reported on Geldenhuys was in 2011, when he was arrested in Nelspruit for rape under the Sexual Offences Act.
Maar hy is aangekla op departementele vlak en hy is heraangestel toe die vrouens nie teruggekom het vir die hof nie.
According to Nadir, the two complainants had left town and did not return for the trial. A few years later, Geldenhuys made the newspaper once again.
In 2016, a 19-year-old woman was inside this venue in Middelburg, formerly known as Amazon's.
Geldenhuys was also inside. Nadir obtained the CCTV footage which shows him approaching the young woman.
Hy het haar uitgedra en volgens haar het hulle lank gery. Daar het 'n vrou met blonde hare by 'n huis vir haar 'n pilletjie gegee en daarna onthou sy niks.
The next morning, she was found semi-conscious on a sidewalk.
Haar ouers was baie ontsteld, sy was self ontsteld, maar sy het nooit klagtes gelê en ek weet nie hoekom sy klagtes gelê het nie.
Nadir confronted Geldenhuys and he said that he had dropped her off near her home. After publishing the story, Nadir was inundated with phone calls from women all over the country.
Hulle het gesê hulle was ook slagoffers. Hulle het baie emosioneel geraak. Die meeste van hulle het begin huil terwyl hulle met my gepraat het.
We met one of the women who had called the journalist. Now 30 years old, she told us that back in 2007, when she was 17, she met Geldenhuys at a night spot in Middelburg. We call her Adele, as she didn't want her identity revealed.
He was the nicest person you would meet. He was asking if he can get you a drink. He was very nice.
Adele said Geldenhuys offered to take her home and suggested that they drop by his house so he can give her a pill to prevent a hangover. She said she trusted him because he was a policeman.
And I think it was a couple of minutes afterwards, I started not feeling well. I started feeling woozy. It felt like I was going numb.
Adele said she had to lie down and then felt she was slipping in and out of consciousness. She woke up to find Geldenhuys straddling her. She was unable to move.
If you don't mind my asking, what was he doing?
He was fiddling down there. He had his fingers in there. I could remember it was hurting.
Like many other alleged victims, Adele didn't lay charges.
Die meeste het gesê niemand sou hulle glo nie, want hulle was minderjarig. Hulle het was in kuierplekke waar hulle nie mag gewees het nie.
This 32-year-old woman, whom we will call Erica, also did not lay charges.
What prohibited me from talking was I'm a 16-year-old girl standing up against a police officer. He's the law.
In 2003, after a night out in Secunda, Erica and her friend accepted a lift home from Geldenhuys, who was known to the girls as Uncle Avi. When Geldenhuys dropped off the friend, he then drove straight past Erica's home.
There's something that keeps on telling you, you know, you with police officers, you'll be fine, you know.
Erica says Haldenes took her to a dam in Secunda, where he shoved something into her mouth and then raped her.
I couldn't do anything. His body weight was just so overpowering, you can't do anything. So from behind, mostly of the time, everything happened.
It's these types of allegations leveled at Haldenes that Johan Bezuidenhout discovered on the internet, which made him fear for his daughter's safety. At that stage, Mareka had been dating Haldenes for about 6 months. He tried to warn her. It was just 2 days before she ended up dead.
It was the Friday, and she scanned through the information, and she said, "Pa, this is not him, and he is not found guilty." And then we saw in the morgue.
Mareka died on the Sunday at about 8 p.m. on the N11 highway. What upset the family the most was that Haldenes did not contact them straight away. It appears he phoned Winnie's friend's husband. She then sent a Facebook message to Winnie only the next day. She and her mom then rushed over to Haldenes' home.
I hooted, because there's no doorbell. I hooted, and nobody came out. I hooted again.
Winnie said Haldenes' brother came out screaming at them.
I said, you know what, I just want to see Albie, and I just want to find out what happened to my daughter. And he said, yes, your daughter committed suicide.
The devastated family spent the whole day searching mortuaries and hospitals before they finally found Mareka's body.
To see her broken and lifeless body lying there. You can't imagine what goes. I can't remember exactly what went through my mind, but keep on telling yourself that if you look closer, it's not going to be her. It's all broken.
For me, it was what was the last thought before she passed. Was she hurt? Was she in pain? Or was she just gone?
Distraught family and friends came together a few days later to pay tribute to Mareka.
Do you think your sister committed suicide?
No, not at all.
You don't believe it?
No, not for a second.
2 months after Mareka's death, another woman laid charges against Haldenes for attempted rape. Despite not being found guilty of any crime yet, South African Police Service spokesperson Brigadier Leonard Hlati confirmed that Haldenes was recently dismissed from the police service.
Firstly, he was dismissed on an assault GBH case, followed by sexual assault, as well as bringing the SAPS into disrepute. The dismissal was then confirmed by the provincial commissioner that it can't be a SAPS member behaving in that way, bringing the name of the police into the mess.
We offered Haldenes the right to reply to all the allegations.
Hi, how are you? I'm Masake Kana. We're from Carte Blanche.
Yes.
We're here to talk to you about the death of Mareka and several other women we've spoken to who have alleged rape and sexual abuse from you.
Okay, can I just get back to you?
So you have nothing to say because we've spoken to several women, Mr. Haldenhuis, who say you have raped them.
Several attempts to get a response from him were unsuccessful. In the meantime, the Independent Police Investigative Directorate, or IPID, is still investigating Mareka's death. Regarding this year's attempted rape charge, they have forwarded their findings to the Directorate for Public Prosecutions. A decision is still pending.
After we air this program, there may well be a whole lot more allegations against the said Mr. Haldenes from the past. Does the public have the assurance that IPID will throw its weight behind these investigations?
If the cases that might be coming our ways, whether it is against the very same Captain Haldenes or any other person for that matter, it will be investigated by IPID if those cases are falling within the ambit or within the mandate of IPID.
IPID has made an appointment to meet with Erica. She has suffered severe depression most of her life. She now feels strong enough to lay charges against Haldenes.
that is what I want to do. That is what I need to do for myself and to make sure that there won't ever be another lady that needs to go through that again.